Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for being here at SEMA. We know you're here doing some business. We hope you come over and visit the Chevrolet display. I'm Alan Taylor. I do the radio show for Motor Trend magazine, and I've been doing it for 17 years, having a great time doing it, talking cars with my buddies like Cliff Cohen. How you doing?
How are you? I'm doing well.
We spent some time at Barrett-Jackson, everybody, last year in January, putting out a fire in a Camaro I was working on.
Burning newspaper.
Yeah, it was fun. Cliff has been with GM for over 30 years.
Hard to believe.
Right on, man.
Hard to believe.
That's great. And you know, you still got a smile on your face.
I do. I get paid for doing something I love.
So now, I know what you were working on at Barrett-Jackson. Are you still working on the engine deal?
Working on the engine deal. We're doing performance parts. We're doing vehicle-specific parts. We're doing that beautiful COPO program off to my left. So a lot of different, little different things we've been into.
Well, you did something right because they're going to build 69 more next year.
Is that exciting or what?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
You're the
dynamite.
manager of Chevrolet Performance Parts and licensing. What kind of licensing are you talking about?
We run a pretty robust licensing program through GM. Specific in my area is restoration. So what we do as GM moves out of production, and we've been doing that, for many, many years, certain things become available relative to tooling, blueprints, those type of things. So to keep the enthusiasts, the availability for them of replacement parts for vintage cars, we license different companies to continue producing those parts. So interior parts, body parts, instrumentation, fabric, all different types of things. If the tooling is available, we will place that tooling with a licensee. So what you're getting is an exact product, as was the production or the OE.
OE? Is it OE or is it still considered?
It would be
OE certified.
Exactly, because it came off that tooling. If the tooling's not available or worn out, the ability to have blueprints on what it was built off of, we can reconstruct the tooling.
So they can check the specs.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
So everything from complete bodies to individual parts are in that program. In the back of our 2013 catalog, there's a section on restoration parts. We list by category all of the restoration licensees. So it's a great resource to identify what you need and where you can get it.
That business has got to be getting huge.
It is. It is. Every year as we move forward and models come out of production, we've got stuff back, to the 40s and 50s.
Well, I was in Lake Havasu the other day, and I went into a guy's shop, and there he's building brand new 47 to 51 Chevy pickup cabs.
Right.
And
that's
beds.
That's a licensed product.
And it was
right
amazing.
there.
And you could buy it, and I'm thinking to myself, and he goes, yeah, my son and his best friend are sitting there, and they put it together, and you can buy the whole cab assembled. And I thought, this is brilliant. They're not just doing a few. There was doing a few for a while, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And I'm thinking, man, I'm going to get that station wagon I've always wanted.
You can literally build, a new vintage vehicle based
I love
on what's in the aftermarket.
Let's talk about, bring it forward to some of the new products you just unveiled over here in the garage bays.
We're transitioning the business. We've always been known as a very stout and healthy provider of crate engines and components and stuff like that. We're transitioning the business, not at all walking away from that, but building for the future vehicle-specific parts. So things that folks can do with their Camaros, for instance, and we've announced it and unveiled it here. If you have a V6 Camaro and you want to start to upgrade things towards an SS level car, we've got suspension kits, we have brake kits, we have some different shifters you can put in it to build up that performance at your level that you want to go relative to money or what you really want to do with the vehicle. And then also, if you have a V8 or an SS Camaro, there's a whole bunch of bits that we've taken off the ZL1 in the same type of configuration of kits and packs that you can add on different components onto your SS and start to move it up level towards a
That's
ZL1.
all available over at the garage
All in
bays
the
if you
garage.
want to walk over and check that out.
Right.
I hear that the E-Rod is really changing the industry. Is that true, and how is it changing?
We unveiled E-Rod here a number of years ago based on the LS3 architecture, 430 horse, emissions compliant in the state of California package. I'll tell you from firsthand experience, we unveiled it in a beautiful 55 Bel Air, that green and white Bel Air that we had. We took that on Power Tour the next season and ran it from Des Moines all the way down to Mobile, Alabama, averaged about 23, 24 miles to the gallon, and ran like a brand new car.
Unbelievable.
And the emissions that are on it, it ran clean. Unleaded fuel, it runs, it idles,
What kind of car was that?
That was a 55 Bel Air.
A 55 Bel Air getting 23, 24 miles to the gallon?
Exactly.
I don't get it. It just shows that it can be done.
Exactly.
Big, heavy car, and this is you can do it engine.
Right.
It's a crate engine, right?
And building off that architecture, and we have it over in the garage area, we just came out with a 5.3 liter in the Connect and Cruise and the E-Rod configuration together, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, whatever it is you might need. The 6.2 is still in there at 330, and then we have the LSA at 550 horse. So it again, in those configurations, so emissions compliant if you need it, if you're in an area where you need it, or if you're environmentally conscious and you want to run it that way, we've got it. If you don't need it, that's not a requirement. We have it the other way without the E-Rod package.
30 years at a great American car company.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you're very proud of that. And
I am.
It's a big milestone.
Very much so.
Cliff Cohen, everybody, doing a great job. I'm Alan Taylor here in the Chevy booth. We'll be back with some more of these great guys and gals.